Hello everyone and welcome to this match of Roulette Freestyle Remix. This is the second to last quarterfinal, if I'm not mistaken, and the second to last match of this busy Sunday, which will start in Miami between Jokerj and Yannini. And for that I'm immediately looking at what maps we had, because this feels like the first Miami of the tournament, and it certainly is. So I'm curious to see which of the 30 disguises will be chosen for the first time this tourney, ranging from the starting disguises and the free disguises, the easy disguises, to the challenging ones, all the way up to Lucid and Street Musician and the like. 25 seconds till we start. Of course, all the maps are RNG, but the players have made their choices. Jokerj in green will choose one kill method and one disguise. Yanni will do the same in purple. They do this independently in DMs to Observer, who's our match admin today. And if there's a duplicate, then they will have to restart there. Apologies for the buffering there, and hopefully you guys can catch some of my action here. My bitrate is really dropping. Hopefully, if it gets worse, then we will do a restart between streams. But here's the first spin. Loud Pistol Elimination as the Race Marshal and Electrocution as Pale Rider. It's looking really bad for me at the moment. Hopefully just keep me posted on if it's bad and how bad it is, or how bad can it be. Electrocution Pale Rider seems to be a very interesting and nicely synergizing condition in the end, because it's really close to Sierra, and I imagine it would be a nice kill to do there. However, the other kill is Loud Pistol Elimination. It's Race Marshal. It's not something you would want to do for Robert. Perhaps by clearing out the top floor first. Yannick the restart and is using the body shot route, which allows him not to take long. And no need to buffer, no need to pause in your movement. And for Yannick, it is pivotal to get that Marshal stand and disqualify someone, anyone really. Before the time ticks down, my dropped frames increase. Actually, they don't anymore, but they were increasing as I started to mention this one. Tens of frames per second, so I'm sure it was a great moment for everyone to watch it on stream. On my end, it seems okay, so at least the recording will be fine. Joker has transported the Pale Rider disguise to Sierra's garage, and it makes more and more likely that he will use the electro kill on her. Interesting that for Yanni that side KO wasn't frontal enough to be heard by, I think he's called Laurent. Same Laurent, not sure if related, probably not related, than the chief surgeon. Welcome, Karma. It's a totally valid question, and something that has used to happen a lot in this community with the roulette tournaments is that neither players finished in time. The player, I guess the skill floor and rather the skill ceiling was much lower, and even conditions like this, and even 60 minutes for these kills weren't enough, as Yanni with the first major restart of the match, and we needed a way to go forward the match somehow, and the reason for that was to give 1 point each. And as long as there's ties in this format, even it's so unlikely, and I don't think we've seen a tie in this tournament, but until there's a possibility for that, it's just on the safer side that we give 2 points for a map win and 1 to both in case we draw. Target down. Next up, Joker gets the electrocution kill. There's been some tournaments where Joker was very flashy, actually photographing Sierra, and she died, but that followed a lot of restarts on Joker's side, but it's the first try for him so far, and as Yannini's getting stuck in a restart loop, especially the last restart was really unfortunate because, well, loud pistol elimination here means that you need to use the elimination prompt with whatever one-handed firearm you have. Of course, it's pistol and SMGs that you can do that with. Anyway, the same KO, and it's just not heard by the crash driver. It's fascinating to me. But yeah, back to the Yannini restart. That was what we call a GRB. It's a very old, very long time community inside the joke from the good old Penny. It's basically a soundbite which streamers used whenever this happened. Welcome Malk, and also welcome Observer once again. Yeah, I like the tennis scoring and the etymology. It's disputed, but it's one of the, I guess, top theories to have it originate from whichever that French word is, but yeah, it's for egg. Oh, and Yanni gets spotted by Grace, the chief mechanic of the Kronstadt team. The race marshal isn't trespassing in there, so there's no enforcer dot that you can remove. As Joker, I think, is back to fine. He also did the loud pistol kill. And I think Robert was dumped down. I honestly missed the Joker kill. Joker misses the shot, but the second try opens the gate and will exit in some hectic manner. It kind of made it hard to follow for us because, well, most of all, me not paying enough attention to the spin, but both of them doing the pivotal loud pistol elimination at the same time. And for Joker, it worked out. There was the jank on the guard for sure, and Joker stole the loud pistol from him. And I mean, what could only make sense, everyone could just rewind it by 60 seconds, but I'm pretty sure that Robert was just hidden like that. Dumped down from the balcony to the racetrack, or near the racetrack, because it can kill, but rarely. Robert can end up on the racing line. And I do remember non-target kills to it, but it might have been a different action, it might have been a different game even. But for now, Joker takes the first 2 points. I think it was a first try on his side, Yanni with a couple of restarts, but that's 1 map out, and potentially 4 more to go. Well, we like to say that with the first to 6, you can see up to 6 maps, because it's possible to get to 5 to 5, but that once again goes back to the original point by Karva. It's rare for us to see ties or draws, at least on time. There's another rare possibility to see 1 point added to both players, and that would be if the 2 players finish close enough to each other, and that triggers a photo finish procedure. And during that, we calculate how much time players spent in the loading screen, and that is reduced from their times. And if the end result is close enough, basically 0, 1, 2 seconds, then a tie can be awarded. It's also something that has happened in the past a couple times this year, but it's not something you go into a match expecting it to happen. So enough talking, and I guess I can reveal the next map, and the players didn't reveal it themselves by logging onto that map. Sapienza is the second map. I think that's a recurring map pick. Yeah, not pick, but the RNG likes to pick it. I see it happen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times out of just 9 matches, which is, I think, probably the highest, since we only see a couple of maps from the 19 map pool. And we can also check on the chat course, everyone can do it in the Discord, but this is a perfect time to just feel the dead air, as you like to say. And for anyone who's not in there, just it's an easy way for us to check on their mental state, their emotions, and all of that stuff. Yeah, Joker's complaining about the scuffed exit he had, and Yannini's laughing about the stupid fails he had. I mean, they were fails, multiple, but didn't seem too stupid. And they did find out that they were going for opposite kills with the same conditions. As we've seen the pistol kill on Robert on Joker's side, and Yannini, I mean, got to the Sierra kill green guns, but lost soon after. Lost his essay soon after. And yeah, crucially, Yannini never got to the 2-minute mark. At least in game time, and I think Jokerj with 5.5 minutes, little less than 6 first try. It's an impressive start. Jokerj is loading in. Didn't see his loadout. It's usual that players choose a condition and a disguise and just practice it with that loadout quickly. And we will see Yannini as well checking in on his loadout, but Joker's not attempting anything essay. He's punching Rocco. What did he do to Jokerj, I wonder? It seems just like a really generic loadout to me. But also Jokerj was really quick on the menuing, so I couldn't see what other important items he may have. Of course, the sniper is like meaningful on most maps, or like it tells you a story, but here is just a very useful generic item. Oh, there we go, that's what Jokerj was going for. The out of bounds subdue. Gravity seems to not apply if you subdue Rocco like that. I suppose this can go indefinitely. Though I wonder what happens if there's a potential gunfight, but it's still only compromised, and none of the NPCs seem to want to report it to a guard. Maybe soon. Jokerj subdued Rocco on the balcony. Probably it was some cover subdue, corner subdue, which likes to put the body out of position. But apparently that can happen. I think I've seen it happen. Just not too often. I don't exactly know how to replicate it. And yeah, it just yeets him out. Exactly, Danny, welcome. Jokerj and Yannini both with lethal syringe. Now that of course cannot happen. It's not possible that both of them pick the lethal syringe. And now Yannini changed it out for the remote EMP charge. And I assume he will have to switch it back really soon. Jokerj, importantly, don't have the same EMP, but with the Viper you can also shoot the virus without the NTK. That's something that's really useful in Sapienza. Also has the Seeger sniper case. I think that's the last of the FC rewards that I got for 30 contracts. And I think the latest one is the professional screwdriver at 70. So they lost me a long time ago. As we have the spin here, and Jokerj can load in very quickly because, well, the other half of the spin doesn't really chip him over. It's injected poison housekeeper and falling object suit for the other target. And I do want to say that Danny versus Phanium, that match was notably a very quick match. And as a match it was quick, as the Sapienza was also quick. And it could have been even quicker if they could have gotten the falling object kill they wanted. I think this was a duplicate that they had to change up, but yeah, it It is possible in Roulette Freestyle when, of course, half the condition is chosen by one player and the other half is the other. It's possible to end up with hard conditions, but this isn't one of those spins. The suit falling object is... It's a good question. I'm pretty sure that's a very simple Silvio kill, at least roulette-wise. Anyone familiar with speedrunning then would know that friendly falling object is quite popular there, although not in a way that you expect it. She's basically killed she's killed by the chandelier, which is in front of the main door. Yannini with the first restart, I think he was either trying to change disguises or was spotted before the chaos by down below. He was going for the non-free housekeeper. Jokerj is going for the free one.
You gotta be kidding me.
And oh, something's happening on Joker's side. Did he lure someone? I think Jokerj opened the door, which was heard by the downstairs guard. But that is now a big Jokerj lead. And the live kill done. Jokerj can change back into the suit. Indeed the Santa suit, unlike Holiday Hoarders, there's no significance to this. And seems that Jokerj will be on time for the Silvio kill. And if that's the case, then it's looking really good for him. Silvio has not moved from below the chandelier, says chandelier slash solar system. Oh my god. And it seems that we might have the quickest ever Sapienza roulette formats in one of the easiest ever spins in all the roulette formats, but just under 3 minutes. Gets the last objective, manages to do the drop, and well, it's down to the last. With the exact numbers, it is 3 minutes and 10 seconds of real time and 2 minutes and 41 seconds of in-game time, which took... or this is how much Jokerj needed to take to win Sapienza. Yannini's life is not getting easier by the guard eating one trank and contemplating how to do this one, but this will lock her down and probably could get some kill from outside, but the other guard is coming back. This will be green momentarily, but the other card will see his partner and the green guns will stay. And of course this is all happening after Jokerj finishing the run. Checking on the chat before mentioning the next map. Yeah, 4 more days until either a lot of things happen or we were worried about a lot for nothing. The next patch, the freelancer patch or the particle patch, depending on the end result. And it is still the big question whether IO pulls the trigger and continues the game without the particles. But until that, we will have a couple matches, not the whole tournament because this one ends on the 28th. And after this one we have one more quarterfinal, the 2 semis, the 3rd place playoff and the grand final, first to 8 points next Sunday. And yes, as people are now realizing in the Discord, the next map is Haven Island. I think that's also first in this tournament. First Miami followed by the first Haven. Yannini feeling bittersweet because sweet. Oh my god! Thanks, PG for putting that in my mind. Bittersweet on Yannini's side because he gets goated maps, but he's fumbling everything. Yeah, we leaked the script. Apparently, now it's GG Jokerj 6-0. And I'm trying my hardest to do the usual commentator's curse. I mean, of course, more maps are the better. But this could be the last one of this match. This could be the last one of Yannini's tournament. But Haven of all maps, I would imagine that Yannini is more comfortable on. Joker, I'm gonna get you for not completing F7 SC number 6 edge of your seat. Did Yannini complete it? Oh, I guess we won't see. But yeah, that's the latest batch from Fraud 7 Speedrun community. I think Joker made one contract. I have one as well in that batch. Very grateful for the opportunity to be featured there. He did fail it, yeah. Although it's possible that he played it after the tournament. I mean, he voted on the contract, I remember, so I assume that he played it. And it was an objective vote, not a subjective one. Welcome, Punk. And yeah, also a contract to be mentioned is the Exodus contract by Punk from, I think it's Urban's Christmas number 2. Like, everyone's having their second batches. It's the second Fraud 7 batch, the second Urban batch. Of Hitman 3. I mean, Urban has curated at least 100 contracts by now.
This ain't a gym, buddy.
She's not even staying at the villa anymore.
No.
And we don't have an official timer yet, but I assume Joker has made his choice of 1 kill, 1 disguise. And he's hoping for Villa start, which can... I mean, You can do Villa start no matter the disguise. If Yannini picks suit, you can still take the swimwear from the shark hut. I'm sorry, sea creatures are hard to remember. There's a shark hut, there's the lionfish hut. And 2 more for the tree on earth, which I definitely do know, just want to challenge everyone, obviously. Need 38 to go. And it is 38 past the hour that we continue with Haven. Exactly, Mark. Well, for 47 it is swim nowhere. I suppose you could swim in Sapienza if you do the cliffside boost and just fail it. It's like GTA Vice City, I think, like the one famous game from a long time ago, of course, but I think you couldn't swim in there, but obviously so many games. Just the one that came to my mind. And back to the conditions, Joker was testing something, throwing the remote explosive on top of the jacuzzi lamp, which, if detonated, will make for a Tyson falling object kill, which is a fairly obvious guess from us. Joker might have done that kill. Exactly, Dolphin exit is goated, the Miami Secrets one. If you can trigger it, which I swear to God, half the time I can't even do that, even by following the instructions. But no more Miami 4 today. And here are the conditions. Joker's falling object is combined with Villa staff, so it almost makes the remote explosion redundant. As for the other curated kill, it is Folding Knife by Yannini and Chef by Joker. Folding Knife is a guaranteed chip down to the bottom of the Haven facility. A lot of players are against the idea of playing in Haven, period, but these two will have to handle it, especially Yannini. I mean, Joker can afford to lose 2 maps in a row even. Yannini needs to win 3 in a row, not counting ties.
She's not even staying at the villa anymore.
No, not for at least a month.
She goes off to one of the other islands. And
Nice reference, Monk. So I'm curious about these approaches. This would be the one volume object kill you don't have to do remotely, but of course it speeds things up a little. Synchronized hiding of the lady, I guess deck crew. And of course we didn't talk about the last skill. Oh, I feel I'm sure I knew we missed something, but it is melee barber razor as snorkel instructor, and that's all RNG for maps with an odd amount, so 3 targets, or I guess 5 in Berlin. The leftover is chosen at random. I think it's an obvious next step after setting up the jacuzzi to go all the way down to get the folding knife. Taking different routes there, and I guess Jokerj is quicker by a few seconds, and not because of the stair slide, but I guess it also helped. For Yannini, there's an extra complication. The lady is arriving back. The red hat lady with the USB mission story. Who I was worried about the fact that Yannini would silent attack with the screwdriver, but it would be lethal, and Yannini didn't do that anyway. When with the lockpick, it will be more silent, so Yannini doesn't even need to KO the Villa Guard. Jokerj keeps his slight lead of 6, 8, 10 seconds, to say. And yeah, Tyson's free for the taking, and there was no need to use the car bomb. All you need is a good angle, and there's the lamp. We can see it in instinct, quick target lockdown, but I mean, it's always difficult with target kills, accidental ones with lockdown. Will you see any extended illegal action or hunted glitch? But Jokerj gets it fine, and Yannini going up close and personal. But he's just passing, apparently just close to the door, but not inside. Okay. I suppose that's something. Oh, that wasn't chest passing, that was just an enforcer, and Yannini's kind of stuck between two. Yannini gets away with that KO. Oh, Yannini doesn't have a silenced firearm there. That's why he had to do so much there. This could be devastating. Steel green guns. Hides the body now, whooshes from two sides. Yannini can't get away if the door is open. He can't get away with it. He's now not trespassing, but gets hunted in the last second. Oh, that's so unfortunate. It was almost the save of the tournament. But the very end tripped Yannini over. Nothing he could really have done there. It's just, I guess, a loadout dilemma. Speaking of loadout dilemma, there were some questions about how do you have the loadout for this one, but I mean, I guess it is possible to have both the silenced pistol and the seeker. Just gotta use one from hidden stash.
Just one more target to go.
And Fame already saying, well, not GG, but equivalent of saying that the next match, Fame versus Blythe, will be the semi-final game. Joker's doing quite well here. He'll be holding more than his own in the next round. If he wins this, 2 kills down, and folding knife as chef to go. Not out of the woods yet. There's no whoosh if you are Villa Guard. So you are never exactly sure if the shot is fine to take. And that was a bit scary angle. And there's the suspicion. He was indeed not out of this map yet. And now Yanni in the lead. And Yanni with the silenced pistol, so he won't make the same mistake of having to go up there. But it's not a mistake, it's just
Staying at the villa
what the loadout dictates.
She goes off to one of the other islands in the
But this is going Yanni's way so far. No successful kills on Yanni's end. No successful kill plus escape, I guess, because falling object was fine. Welcome Titan, and in most tournaments, with maybe one exception, Improv Royale, SA is needed, and Yanni just loses that because he doesn't unholster the folding knife. He definitely pressed that button 7 times, but it just doesn't want to happen in time, and Yanni, with an important restart, Jokerj is in the lead now by more than a minute. Almost a minute, sorry. And the thing is that this feels like a very straightforward spin, so whoever has the lead seems to be the one running away with it, but Yanni had his moment and lost it with the folding knife. Now Jokerj is in the lead and kind of stuck waiting for this. I don't even know what's this guy's name anymore. I've not been playing this game for a bit. It is Tech Crew, right? Paris Tech Crew versus Haven Tech Crew. And, well, it is going to be the same as we've seen 6, 7, 8 minutes ago. Going down to get folding knife after setting up the jacuzzi ISO. It's very lenient. I want to say that at least 2 minutes is the time that Tyson is spending in the jacuzzi just laying down, and you can even add the 1 minute of preparation and he's undressing and slowly walking there and making remarks about the jacuzzi, so definitely fine for Yanni to, and Jokerj to, be safe, steady. They won't be missing out on the falling object kill. Jokerj on his way up with the folding knife, Yanni on his way down getting that, but he also has a nice hamburger, or his cheeseburger. But the thing for Jokerj, the other half of the spin is so streamlined, with the exception of getting the chef disguise with green guns, so it's really hard to see where Yanni could catch up. They both have the seeker for the two targets there. The burger dilemma. I'm perfectly fine with either. But I do think it's cheeseburger for all maps. This would be my final answer. Because why would, if you're a game developer, why would you not program in the cheese and the cheese mechanics? Jokerj with a huge whoosh there, but gets through the resort guard. And the second half of the spin is by no means free. Getting the snorkel instructor is always a trickier part of the spin, but Jokerj did the bush lure on NPCJ. Of course, it's called CJ in map, and Jokerj gets the hook on him. I would like to see him move, but it's not the case so far. Ah, now he goes. And the banana perfectly fine there. Staying crouched, staying concealed, and that's a very important second disguise for the spin. Yanni going for the chef first. I wonder how that lines up with the other kill. That's Yannini's one chance to do something different to Jokerj. Of course, these players don't know what the others are doing, where they are, and what strats they have. But Jokerj is now once again 1 kill away from the semifinals. Melee kill, as he should. Changing into Villegard. And one more Seeker shot to go. And of course, the chef grab, which I don't think Jokerj paid any attention to it. He just thought that he got the Seeker shot off, and he himself might have said it's GJ. And for Yannini, he has a nice late timing for Steven, and it seems like Folding Knife Chef will be that kill. But how about Snorkel Instructor? Same case of crouching and wrestling the bushes so that the Snorkel Instructor notices. And yeah, there it is. Subdue going off, and Yannini brings him down to the ground. The searching is a bit scary, but I don't think that's related to any of it. Yannini will change his mind and or change disguises at least, and goes for Barber Razor Snorkel Instructor. Need to make sure he does the correct kill, and that's 2 kills for Yannini. He needs the prompt. He doesn't get the prompt. He kills the guard in the moment, and Jokerj, I mean, he was ahead, but it is still heartbreaking for Yannini. It's all about and just waiting it out. Folding knife, any method can be thrown. I think it will be thrown.
Okay.
Will spend as long as it needs to wait for the hand washer guy, the very infamous NPC, to get away. It's not a thrown kill, it's a melee kill. And Jokerj's last kill, it would be nice if he holstered that one. He does now, and with the knife in hand, exits with the second try, 6:33, but that's so unlucky for Yannini. I don't think it made a difference. But the score is set, and it's a 6-0 for Jokerj at the end of Yannini's tournament in a Roulette Freestyle remix. And the most unfortunate part is that I do remember having or seeing the Q prompt for just a fraction of a second. Before the fateful next snap happened. It happens in so many tournaments, but I guess it will be a bit more prevalent in events where there is these live conditions. But yeah, that was a fraction prompt, and it was indeed a troll. And that was indeed the game as well. Brackets. I should reset this to auto refresh for me to not spend the extra second here, but here we have it now. We have 3 semifinalists after Jokerj beating Yannini, and his opponent will be decided, well, not right now, but very soon, because Finian vs. Blythe is scheduled to start in 8 minutes. And that's the one match currently scheduled. After that, we will have the 2 semifinals, the 3rd place playoff, and the final. So 4 matches, including this next one, until next Sunday. So very nicely done on the scheduling. Even if they did feel like busy times for some time this week, but we are through to the busiest part, and now just hopefully the most exciting match is upcoming. And don't exactly know who will cast this match, which should start in 7 minutes, and there's no takers for it currently, so I try my best to rate the caster, whoever it may be, but expect a longer idler period until we figure this one out. Until then, I would like to thank Observer for adminning this match, Jokerj and Yannini for playing, GG's to Joker, and good luck in the next round. And also thanks everyone for watching, and until next time, have a nice evening.